NPR's 24 Most Anticipated Video Games of 2024. It'd take more than a few surprises for the new year to match 2023's deluge of acclaimed games. But while we don't know the precise release date for many of its biggest titles, 2024 will soon grace us with the gargantuan Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, slated to come out on Leap Day, and it'll likely draw to a close with a console sequel to the Nintendo Switch. But there's a lot to look forward to between and around those bookends. Here's what we at NPR have our eyes on this year. Persona 3 Reload, February 2nd. I fell hard for Personas 4 and 5 but wasn't hooked by 3. I recognize its importance. It set the current franchise template with its edgy teen aesthetic and weave of social simulation and RPG mechanics. Odd as it was in 2006, perhaps this slick new version will entice the part of me that wants to explore a ghoulish Tokyo with fashionable friends. Skull and Bones, February 16th. Swashbuckling piracy was the best part of Assassin's Creed. Black Flag and Skull and Bones is bringing that action to a standalone game, shifted from the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean and African coasts. It also promises story-rich quests that give it an MMO vibe as you adventure on your ship. I look forward to seeing how it compares with the more cartoony Sea of Thieves, which was fun to play with and against other players. Life by You Early Access, March 5th. In 2015, Paradox Interactive took a wild, but ultimately successful, swing at toppling Maxi's famed city-building franchise SimCity by launching Cities, Skylines. This spring, the Swedish publisher wants to unseat another legendary Maxi's franchise, The Sims. Led by former Sims head Rod Humble, Paradox's Life by You is also a social simulator focusing on hyper-customizability. Clothing, furniture, houses, businesses, towns, storylines, quests, seemingly nothing is locked away from players to make their own. Let's hope Paradox's bet on customization makes for engaging gameplay, not analysis paralysis. Stormgate. We already knew about Stormgate before this winter's Game Awards. But it felt much more real when actor Simu Liu appeared on stage on December 7th to tease his role in Frost Giant's upcoming competitive real-time strategy game. It's obvious that Stormgate's developers, which include StarCraft veterans, are trying to position the game as the next big esports RTS in a market where decade-old titles have stagnated. With the promise of more responsive gameplay and modern netcode, I'm curious to see if they'll actually succeed.